What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how my 9-to-5 corporate job helped me on my journey to being a millionaire, and not necessarily the money that I was getting, but necessarily the skills that I got from my corporate job that helped me on my journey to being a millionaire. As usual, I've got my notes right here, so I'm going to be looking down from time to time, but basically these are the 10 things that my corporate job helped me with in order for me to reach my millionaire status. Because I believe, guys, you must be a student of life, you must always be learning. So I'm always learning and trying to apply those skills into different areas of my life. So the first thing was budget, and budget for different periods, all day long, all the time. Basically in corporate, guys, there's a 3-year plan, a 2-year plan, a 1-year plan, there's a revised plan, there are plans basically. So for me, it just taught me to kind of budget for my income, and not necessarily for my income month on month, but like set a financial budget for a long-term period of what are the things that I want to achieve, writing down a budget month on month, and then also a capital budget, which is more of my long-term plans or long-term goals, really helps me. And it's one of the things that I definitely learned from corporate. Item number 2 is to actually review that plan. If you're in finance or in corporate, you know that there's always a budgeted amount, the actual amount, the variance to the budget, and you're always tracking why is there variance. You're always chasing for reasons, calling people for reasons, looking at trends for reasons. So I learned to actually look at my budget and look at the reasons why things are not changing. Like, I'll look at my salary, why is it not changing? I know it's difficult, but I must have that difficult conversation with myself. I'll look at my expenses, why are they so high or why are they so low? My savings rate, why is it the way it is? Why is it not as much as last month? This just helps you know exactly going forward how you can handle certain situations, because if you don't review, then you might as well not have written down your capital budget or your monthly budget, because you are not going to review it. So the whole point of step 1 is so that you can get to step 2, where you can review and address whatever those issues are. Number 3 is CEO mentality, or being in charge. I'm not necessarily the most in charge person at work, but seeing those heads, how they interact with each other, how they interact with the data that we give them, like, because we work quite closely with like high profile individuals in our companies, I see that they'll easily say, scrap that, do that instead, like without batting an eyelid, and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I've been working on this project for the past 6 months, how can you just can it? But if it's not working, it must go or it must change. So for me, that CEO being in charge mentality just helps me to see that, no, this is not working, so I'm cutting it, whether it's from my budget, whether it's from my life, even if it's difficult, but cut things out that are not working and be unapologetic about it. 4th thing is cost management, guys. Businesses will manage costs. They will want reasons upon reasons. So it's similar to number 2, but basically go the extra mile of going deeper in terms of what are the root causes for those expenses being higher than budget or lower than budget. So some things maybe you might say, okay, my spending at home or to my family members is 3 times what it's supposed to be. Fine, you can say, okay, next time I'll try. But if you're going deeper with the cost management, you'll just be on time. Why? Is it because of the need being higher at home, or is it because I maybe want so much approval that I don't care that I'm going budget? Do I perhaps need to put in some boundaries with my family members, or are things fine the way that they are? But basically, cost management goes to the root of the costs, and you try to find the drivers of everything. So this has helped me to learn to say no to certain things. It's helped me to identify when I'm spending out of emotions. It's helped me quite a bit. 5th item is professional communication. Guys, work communication, kind regards, hi. Okay, hi is like so basic, but at work we say hi. But basically, that like the professionalism, even if you are upset, you will remove the kind and say regards, and in your head you have told the person where to get off, but they probably don't even notice that the kind is not there. But basically, guys, in corporate you are professional regardless of how you feel. So that's one thing that I've also tried to instill, to be professional even in the things that I'm doing outside, whether it's with my friends. Okay, sometimes I'm not punctual when we meet up, but besides that, like even on my side hustles, I try to make sure that, hey, I deliver everything that people want on time, even try to like exceed their expectations, and I try to communicate well. So sometimes someone will not expect me to be as prompt in responding. They won't expect an email to confirm us meeting up, but I will do all those things because it's called being professional. And the time that you are professional, then people put a lot of value to whatever it is that you bring to the table. And I recently did a video where I was mentioning my top 10 apps. I mentioned the Wave invoicing app. So certain things just bring a level of professionalism, and because I see them in my work organization, I try to bring those same things into my side hustles and into my personal life. So I've gotten some good reviews from people that I've worked with where they're like, we're so impressed with how you delivered everything on time, how you were clear with everything, and you delivered more than we expected. And this all comes from being professional, because that's what's expected at work. So I try to take that professionalism with me everywhere. Side hustle, at home, everywhere I bring on that professionalism, because it really does help you get to the next level. Another thing is that corporates don't reinvent the wheel. If something is working, they will keep at it. There will be that same spreadsheet that everyone just rolls forward, roll forward every month. You just change for the current month and then you continue with life. So I've also tried to say, hey, if something is working, then don't change it. It's as simple as that. But obviously evaluate that it doesn't need to change, and if it doesn't need to change, then don't change it. And this has helped me in terms of saving a lot of time as well, especially in my side hustles. I've automated some responses. For example, if someone DMs me on Instagram and they're like, how much is your financial coaching, or they're asking me, do you offer one-on-one mentoring for the chartered accountancy journey, and then I just like have automated responses for that, because I've seen that no need to reinvent the wheel, type afresh to everyone who comes. No, just have an automated response, or at least copy and paste it if need be, but basically don't reinvent the wheel. If you know what the question is going to be, have an answer so that it's easier for you, especially because I'm a mom, I'm a corporate, I'm a side hustler, I'm a wife, I'm a lot of things, so I can't be wasting time. If things are working, then roll forward and keep moving. Don't reinvent a working wheel. Another item is outsourcing. Guys, corporates will outsource because they've weighed the cost of doing the things in-house and like having to have a whole resource or head count and motivate for that head count. Some things they'll just outsource, even though they do pay more in the short term, but they know the benefits of not having all these other long-term costs. So for me, I've also tried to outsource certain things. Like now I don't mind getting babysitters for my kids if I'm struggling and I'm busy and I've got a work commitment or a side hustle commitment. I don't mind. I like my website, it's busy being built, so I've outsourced that. Whereas previously when I was busy with my mom blogging, I was doing the blog myself and I just struggled to keep up. So really outsource certain things that you might not be fully skilled in. Multiple streams of income. Guys, corporates, I work for a bank. We don't just have interest income and bank charges income and that's just it. No, you'll buy airtime, we will have that R1. You will do all these things and there will be a charge. You will deposit money, hey, we will charge you for that. So I've seen that, no man, there are so many streams of income for a business. Why should I have one stream of income, just my salary? No. So now I'm on some, no man, you want me to do your makeup, I will charge you. You want me to do this, I will charge you. And that's just the nature of life. You can't just rely on one stream of income. It's similar to how a table has like 4 legs, a basic table, obviously not your fancy like design tables, but it will have 4 legs so that it can stand and be stable. But if it has 1 leg, it's not as stable. It's like a cocktail table, can't be as big and as round, but the bigger the table, the more legs you need. So now if you want to reach those financial goals, it makes sense that you have multiple streams of income. That's one thing that I've learned from corporate. No business, guys, has one income source. Number 9 is to build alliances. Guys, businesses work together. You go to a dealership to buy a car, they'll tell you about financing from a specific bank. There are always relationships from companies that are not doing the same business as you. So I've learned to just leverage some of my connections so that I can get the best outcome for whatever it is that I need to do, and also obviously so that I can also be of assistance to someone else, because guys, no relationship is ever a waste. You can always learn something. Yo, my kids. And the 10th lesson from corporate is that the show must go on. Guys, if I quit, they will replace me quicker than I don't know what. So it's like people pass on, like things happen, and corporates will just replace you and continue. What also comes with that the show must go on mentality is that even if things are happening in your personal life, you still have to show up at your 9 to 5 and work unless you've like taken leave or whatever. So I'm trying to apply the same thing of, even though I'm going through a lot, sometimes just apply yourself in whatever work that you've told yourself you're gonna do, and then try to reach your goals even if you are not feeling like your best self. Like for example, I've been dealing with grief of late, but I'm on some let me try to make the show go on even though I'm not feeling 100%, you know. And there's always like a lot of other personal things that always happen in life, but we continue. Sure, guys have children, they said. So those are the 10 lessons that I've learned from corporate. Let me know some of your lessons that you've learned and how you plan to apply them in your life, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.